Good afternoon. This is Michelle Knutson with KTV, and I am here at Caswell North, and we are joining the Mankato West girls team. And today, I'd like to introduce Chrissy Makala. Chrissy, you are the head Mankato Scarlet coach, and you have been the coach as long as the program has been in existence. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And how many years has that been?
That's 21 years.
21 years.
Yep.
So you are probably the winningest coach in Mankato West history.
Indeed, I have the most wins of any coach at Mankato West. Yes.
Excellent.
Girls soccer. So
the other thing I noted after looking through some statistics is you are coming off an 8-game winning streak. That's fabulous. As I look through the season, the first 2 losses were in the beginning, and you had some tough competition. Would you tell us a little bit about those 2 games?
Absolutely. First game of the year was against Wayzata. So that was taking on a really big opponent early on. Wayzata is currently ranked number 1 in the state in Class AA girls soccer, which could then potentially argue that they are the number 1 team in the state in all of girls soccer. At the time we played them, they were ranked number 6. So the 7-0 loss was a tough one to take. And then we came into St. Peter. We tried to make some changes. They didn't really fit our team very well. So then after that game, we sat down, we spent some more time thinking about formations and the best use of our players. And since then, we've settled into a new formation. It's really worked well for us.
Nice. I bet you wish you had that St. Peter game back too, because putting a new formation and gathering things together and being this successful as you are today, I bet you that you're waiting to see them another time this year.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to the opportunity of playing them again in our new formation and proving that what we're doing now is working well for us.
Great. Well, let's get on to the game today. One of the things that we look for is a lot of great play. What kind of things are you specifically watching for in our game today?
Ray, I think it's going to be a good battle back and forth. It's always going to be competitive, I think, through the midfield. I think a lot of the majority of the play is going to be in the midfield, and I think that's where you're going to see things really develop and play out of. So I think that's what you really watch for. Watch for the play through the midfield and see how that develops.
So what do you think will be the key thing to be successful today?
I think really we're going to focus on just us. We're going to focus on the things that we do well. Focus on our possession game, focus on our shots and making sure that we're placing them correctly. I think those are things we're really going to worry about, spending time focusing on the things we can control and the things that we know we should be doing to win.
You know, the last question I have for you is, it's always tough when the boys are always opposite of the girls, and you have a son playing today. It's his senior year, and I bet you always look forward to this game because you always get a chance to watch the game.
I do. This is one of those that's great because it's a back-to-back. It's a doubleheader. Our activities director, Mr. Fell, has done a great job this year of trying to find scheduled games that he can put us back-to-back. We did that at Chaska. So we've had opportunities this year where we've played doubleheaders with the boys. So I have gotten to watch my son play more than just today.
Nice. Well, thanks for your 21 years.
Yes, thanks, Michelle.
Excellent. Okay, we're going to move on to some of our players, and we have one of our captains with us, our senior captain, Dana Boakes. And Dana, welcome today.
Hi.
Are you nervous at all, or you're good?
I'm good, yeah.
All right, excellent. One of the things that we wanted to ask you is, what do you think has made your team successful this season so far?
I think a lot of our success comes from the fact that we play one game at a time. Having us focusing on one game allows us to play the best that we can. Apart from that, we have a very close-knit group of girls, and that allows us to be very connective on the field and off. Apart from that, of course, we have our great coach, Makala, and she knows when to push us and how far to push us.
Nice. I always know from coaching myself that when you get a group of girls together that kind of gel on and off the field, that does make a big difference. So that's nice to hear that. I do have a co-announcer with me today, and his name is Randy Knutson, and he's going to be taking over some of our other captain interviews today. Randy, you ready to take it over?
I am. Thank you. I have captain here, your senior, Lauren Colway, correct?
Senior, yes.
And you go by LC?
I do, yep.
That's what everyone calls you as I came up here and I saw that.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
All right. So LC, could you describe for us that special feeling you get when you play a crosstown rival like Mankato East in a game like this that packed the stands?
Yeah, it's a town favorite, it's a fan favorite, and I think player favorite even. It's an anticipated game, and it's as nerve-wracking as it is exciting. I'm just glad we have a community to put it on like this. It's an awesome thing.
Sure. How long do the nerves last for you?
I think up until the whistle blows, really. I think until game time starts. Once you get on and you start playing, it's a different feeling, and you just want to play.
You lose that feeling in a couple minutes into the game?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, I've got Captain Shelby Lund here. Shelby, do you have a nickname?
No, just Shelby.
What do they yell in the field?
Shelby.
They yell Shelby?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you tell us, you've played in Pack the Stands before, haven't you?
Yep.
Tell us some of your favorite memories from Pack the Stands.
I think every year brings a bunch of new memories, but I think that my favorite was probably my first year with the program when I was in 7th grade. I just remember all the varsity girls coming to watch us play, and like they brought us gifts before the games. So having like the town there rooting for you and playing against your friends that you've played with your whole life was a great experience.
Okay. What was the first year that you played? Were you in 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade? The first year you played a Pack the Stands varsity game?
My first year was when I was a freshman.
They played as a freshman on the field?
Yep.
Fun. And were you nervous for that?
Yeah, very nervous.
Okay. How about today? You going to be nervous once you get out there?
I mean, right now there's some nerves, but I think as soon as we like get with our team and get on for warm-ups, it'll all go away.
All right. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I've got McKenna Beisman. McKenna, you're a junior, aren't you?
Yes.
And you're the leading scorer for Mankato West, aren't you?
Yes.
Why don't you tell me, beyond this match, I know this is a big match,
Yeah.
but beyond this match, what are your goals for yourself and the team going forward?
Yeah, well, as a team, we discussed and we have two main goals that we want to focus on this season. Our first is, as a team, we want to focus on playing as one, not 11, which includes on and off the field and just sharing the ball and everything. And then using that, our goal is to win the conference for the first time in school history. And we're currently undefeated in the conference, so it's very reachable.
All right. Are you going to be nervous today?
A little bit, but as LC said, once you step on the field, everything goes away and it's just a fun environment.
I'm joined now by the Mankato East squad and Coach AK. AK, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, Michelle. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. You ready for this big game?
We're excited.
Okay. One of the things I'd like to ask you about is just kind of give us an overview of what to watch in this exciting game.
We're excited to be here today. The biggest thing is a matchup between East and West. It's always exciting. It brings the best out of both teams. We're excited to just put it on the field, play another game, and continue to do what has made us successful so far this season.
Great. Now, how long have you been with the Mankato East squad and coaching?
This is my 6th season as a head coach, my 8th season with the program.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. The next question I'd like to ask you is, are there any key points that you feel are going to be there in order for you to be successful this year?
I think the biggest thing is just to stay healthy. First of all, stay healthy. It's a short season, but it's really intense with the amount of games we play, and just continue to be focused on our team goals as far as playing it one game at a time and putting all of our efforts during practices and games.
Great. Now, to talk about practices, I know that we've had a lot of inclement weather. And I know that some of the games have been canceled or practices have been challenging. Have you had any of those challenges this year with practice because of this weather?
Definitely. We've stepped indoors a couple times for meetings, and I think that the crazy thing is I've been with the program for 8 seasons, and I just had my first rescheduled games in the 8 seasons. So that tells you about it, the kind of weather we're facing. But we're adjusting. I'm really thankful to work for Activities Director Todd Waterbury and him helping us out with a lot of the adjustments in scheduling and in our facilities.
One of the things we did want to point out is to kind of send our thoughts and prayers with some of those other communities, St. Clair, Waseca.
Absolutely. Just thinking about those teams and thinking about those communities. And again, something big for the Mankato East girls soccer is those life lessons and what do we do when we face adversity. And seeing some of those athletes, some of those community members all being in it together and putting the time and effort in helping their communities. Good
Great.
to see.
Well, Coach AK, good luck today. And we're going to move on with your captains.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Yep.
So I'm here with senior captain EJ Holt. EJ, are you a little nervous today? Are you feeling all right?
I'm feeling good.
Our first question for you is, what do you think it's going to take to have your team be successful today?
Our girls are really close, and I think that that's a really big part of what how our team has been done so good this year. And we communicate really well, and we just incorporate all of that on the field, and we play 100% of the time, and the girls love to be here. And I think that's a really big thing.
Yeah, that's a great attribute with a team that, plays together, stays together, and always being positive,
Yep.
encouraging. You start to get down and things kind of fall apart,
Yep.
don't they? So,
Yep.
and that's a great answer. Thanks for sharing that with us
Yeah.
today. Randy, with the other captains?
Thank you. I have here Elise Braswell, and you're a senior, aren't you?
Yep.
And you're a senior captain.
Yes. Pretty exciting.
And how many years have you been up here playing in Pack the Stands as a varsity East player?
This is my 4th year as on the varsity team, so this is my 4th Pack the Stands.
So you've got a lot of experience being with Pack the Stands, don't you?
Yep.
Can you describe possibly the special feeling of playing in Pack the Stands against your crosstown rival Mankato West?
Yeah, I think a lot of people focus on the rivalry and stuff, but really we are all just like good friends. I have played with the other captains from the other team for basically my whole soccer career. So it's really fun to just be out here and being able to play against our friends, just to have that like community outside of like the rivalry and stuff. We can.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, as you grow up in this town, you play at Mankato United, and you play with these same girls that are your rivals here today,
Yeah.
but in reality, they're your friends, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. We're really close with all of them. We've all been playing together for so long, so when we get on the field, it's more of just fun instead of anger.
But I'm going to guess you'd still rather win today, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we both want to win, and we both have a lot of respect for the other team, but yeah, we're going to leave it all on the field today.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Now I've got junior captain Jenny Vetter. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
And how many years have you been playing up here at Pack the Stands?
Since my 7th grade year, so 5 years.
All right, you started as a 7th grader on varsity, didn't you?
Yep, I did.
Okay, so you've got a really lot of experience, don't you?
Yep, I do.
I got a couple questions for you here. In all those years, what's your favorite Pack the Stands memory?
I'd have to say getting the opportunity to play my 7th grade year with my sister and just all of those seniors. She wasn't a senior then, but I'm still close with a lot of the seniors from my 7th grade year, and so that was really special for me to get an opportunity to play with them.
Was your sister a captain that year? I think she was, wasn't she?
No, she was a sophomore that year, so she was a captain her junior and senior year.
Okay, I couldn't remember what year that was. Sorry about that.
You're good.
All right. So now looking beyond today's game, I know this is a big game. What are your team goals and what are your personal goals for the year?
Our team really just wants to perform well in the conference, top 3 hopefully, and it's always our goal to go to state, get in that section final game and hopefully win. And then me personally, I really just want to help my team and lead it positively and push my teammates to be better players overall.
Family, friends, and fans, welcome to the 10th anniversary Pack the Stands. I'm your announcer, Michelle Knutson, along with my color guy, Randy Knutson, and we are so excited to join all these fans gathered today on what turned out to be a beautiful day, Randy.
Yeah, it's about 77 degrees, although it feels a little bit warmer than that to me. And it is a little windy from the southeast here, but otherwise a perfect day for soccer.
Yeah, I came this morning and had an undershirt on above my t-shirt. I came with boots on, and it was cloudy. I was really worried that perhaps that we were going to have some inclement weather, but it really turned out to be a nice day. So exciting for such a great game.
Yeah, and we can see that the younger Mankato United players here are being escorted off the field, as you often see in pro soccer and higher levels of soccer. Pretty exciting for these kids to get out on the field on Pack the Stands.
I know that Mankato East is probably hoping that they have a different outcome than last year. Last year, the Scarlets were the victor, and they beat Mankato East Cougars 5-0. But, this year the records are a little closer coming into the game. Yes, Mankato West is on an 8-game winning streak, and their current record is 8-2, while Mankato East is sitting at 6-2-1 and is also off to a great season, Randy.
Yeah, Mankato West started out slowly, but has won 8 in a row, and they are now in first place in the Big Nine. And is Mankato East, are they in second place? Is that right?
Looking at, depending on which poll you look at or how it's graded, but yeah, with their record, they are sitting nice in that Big Nine conference.
And this game is going to pit some good scoring kind of across the board from West. And East has got Jenny Vetter, who's got 12 goals this year. And for West, McKenna Beisman has 9 goals, and Shelby Lund has 6, and Kristen Rasmussen has 6. So I'd be looking for a lot of scoring today from both sides.
Great. I was talking to Chrissy Makala before the game, and they started off playing Wayzata, who is currently ranked in the top 10 right now and certainly playing in a class above. So she said that they were really working on their formation and trying some things out. After the first couple games of the year, they made some adjustments, and she really feels confident about what her team is going to be able to do moving forward here.
Yeah, I heard those comments, and Chrissy was correct. Wayzata, I believe, actually is now ranked #1 in the state, and that's in all classes. So they are theoretically, for now, the #1 team in the state. So to start out that way for West was certainly a challenge, and but maybe it'll pay off during the year that they got to see what the best looks like and work on it. But
all right, here we go. Let's play some soccer. East is possessing the ball, moving it backwards, fighting in the midfield. Play is going down in the corner for West. That looks like Lucky trying to cross the ball. It's cleared out by East. Kenna Beisman takes the cross to Lucky. Ball's on top of the box. You know, from our vantage point here, Randy, we are on the opposite side. A little bit hard to see our numbers, so we'll do our best we can, gang.
Yes, we have Mankato East in brand new uniforms for the day, I'm told by their coach. These gray uniforms, they're a little hard to see the numbers, but this is the first time Mankato East has worn these dark gray uniforms, and West is in their traditional red and white uniforms.
All right, we're setting up for a corner kick here, and it looks like McKenna Beisman is going to be taking that kick. Goalie's trying to position her defenders in the right spot, moving some people around. Let's see what happens here. The kick is up, and it's hit out by Mankato East. West puts it to the outside, bringing it back, moving the ball around. I like the possession when they bring it back and not always so interested in trying to push it forward, Randy.
Yeah, you're seeing right away here West trying to play some ball control and moving the ball around the field and backwards, which is really great soccer play.
Kenna Beisman with the ball, takes her left foot and crosses it, and it looks like it was out by Canstrup.
That's going to be a corner kick, I believe. And again, Rachel Lutke heading over there to take the corner. The last corner kick, I didn't see West really rush in with a lot of folks. They kind of play more of a spread. So I'm curious what kind of play they'll run here.
All right, Rachel set for the kick. Puts it outside of the outside. There goes Jenny Vetter coming down. She's going down 1-on-3 right now, looking for some support. Pressure comes from her side. She tries to make a cut, coming back in, and she takes it inside the 18-yard box. She has somebody up out in front, takes the shot, and just goes to the right.
Boy, Jenny Vetter is fast. She just went down the entire field with the ball, and really nobody can keep up with her. And she walked right in and took a shot. I think she was a little gassed by the time she got there and didn't get the shot she wanted, but it was still a good shot.
You know, one thing I noticed from last year is Bailey Canstrup played forward, and it looks like she and her sister who played defender are now switching. That's kind of an interesting play there. We'll see how that works out. Danica with the ball, kicking it backwards, looking to the outside. Taylor Soma, she's a freshman. Taylor's bringing it out the outside, and we have Amber Frederick clearing the ball, pushing it up forward, and it goes out of bounds. East ball. It's a throw in, hitting back to Taylor.
That's two plays by Amber Frederick where, as a defender, she made sure the ball went down to the west end. She's doing a good job on this side of the field.
Hope Walls is fighting for the ball here. She does a beautiful back pass, working it off with Amber Frederick. Oh, nice shot to the corner. I'm kind of losing a little vision here when it hits off to the corner.
So far, West has had the ball on their end of the field, and they've been controlling the ball a little bit.
Here comes the big throw by Frederick. Off to Rewald. Oh, it's a shot and picked up by Morgan. Did you know Morgan has one of the lowest goal ratios in the Section 2 right now at 0.9 goals per game. Of course, her defense contributes to that as well. But those are some pretty nice numbers.
And I think Morgan has 6 shutouts so far this year, so that's pretty impressive.
Ball's to the outside. Vetter's working hard against Lucky. And it's a throw for West. Throw goes down the line. They're taking it down into the corner, looking for somebody to cross to in front, and it's taken away. I believe that's one of the Canstrip twins. Nope, that has actually Elise Broswell that cleared it out. There's Frederick putting it in to the outside and picked up again by Morgan. I do like how West rushed that, though. It was nice to see somebody attack that goalie in case he lost that ball.
I've seen a couple plays by West now. McKenna Beisman or Shelby Lund. So it appears that they will have those folks do a little streak toward the goal, and they'll have a long kick to see if they can get a goal.
Here goes Tori Rewald with the throw down the line. But in the corner, passing it back out, and here's a cross inside. Off to Lucky. She makes a cut, and a nice stop by the East defense. Here comes Frederick. She's looking and takes a hit a little bit wide and over. You know, the team that has the best speed and matches up with its efficiency typically comes out ahead. So we'll try to see how we match up with speed and certainly efficient play by good balls down on the pitch, keeping things off and in the air and really making efficient passing.
Yeah, and West has had that efficient passing, and I'm impressed with how they've stayed wide, and they haven't bunched up. They're really maintaining their position, staying disciplined, and staying spread out on offense, which makes it difficult to defend.
Ball goes through. There's Canstrip. She's looking for somebody, looking for a through, and there is Natalie Schizzo playing with the ball. Nice clear by Frederick there. Stencil with the ball, pushing it to the outside to Vetter. She's being guarded by Allie Rutz. Mankato West starting down the outside onto your right, coming through the cross ball. Oh, working hard in there. Ashley Gustafson. She's kind of looking for a back pass or trying to figure if she should cross. And the ball goes to the outside of the field. There's Beisman waiting for a shot, and she hits a nice save by Morgan.
That was a nice play. They changed field. They crossed to the other side where McKenna Beisman was waiting, and the defense had to quickly scramble to get back over there. Nice play by West.
We have a guest in the in our booth. I like to call it our booth, but really we're set up here in a table on the far side. Hi. I'm going to try to move over just a bit here. Brian, how are you doing today?
Good, you guys. How are you?
We're doing great.
For some soccer.
Great.
Great. We have Brian Ball, who is the head women's soccer coach at MSU, and man, you have had a great week. You had UMD 5-0, and last night in Sioux Falls 4-0. That's a great week for you.
It's a good start to a week, definitely. After we had an unfortunate result a week and a half ago, and sort of bounce back with 2 really solid wins and score some goals and keep the other side off the board is really great. So
We just had a through ball set to Jenny Vetter, who sped up and got it, and she took a nice shot there. They're going to have to be careful of Jenny Vetter. She's got that speed, and she's got, I believe that she's got 12 goals this year and 6 assists. So she's dangerous, and you can see she's going to look for the through ball to Jenny.
So, Brian, you also have a daughter who plays for Mankato West. She's in the younger age group, is that correct?
she is. She's playing 9A this year as a 7th grader. Her first opportunity to play some high school soccer. So I think she's having fun with that, enjoying being a part of the West program. So
nice.
It's exciting.
Nice. We have West here who's trying to get it out of the defense. Here comes Frederick with the ball down to the outside. I like the possession here in the midfield and not always trying to push it up forward right away. So, Brian, you have a big event tomorrow, too, I understand, and you also have some other activities that have gone on both this morning with the clinic and in the afternoon. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, we always enjoy the opportunity to, get our squad out and working with the kids in the community, and we had an opportunity to do that again this morning with the clinic that we put on over at Good Shepherd. And then tomorrow's Mankato United Day out at our game against Southwest Minnesota State. So that'll be exciting to get hopefully a lot of young Mankato United players out there at the game and supporting MSU, and just fun having those kids out and about. So.
Well, my kids are a little bit older. Can you discuss this a little more? What exactly is this morning youth clinic?
Yeah, that was a nice shot.
Yeah, the morning youth clinic is just an opportunity, completely free clinic. No need to register. It's I believe the third or fourth year now that we've done that. It's just fun. We've had great turnout, usually anywhere from 40 to 60 little kids out. Stations for them. So just a good time, fun way for our girls to connect with some of the younger players in the community.
Great.
We appreciate you, stopping by. I'm sure, it's always fun to be on this side of the sidelines, and certainly as a parent on the other side, cheering kids on. Any other thoughts you have about the game after just, the first 10 minutes so far?
It's just a great event, to see a lot of players that we're familiar with, and obviously a lot of the coaches and just other members of the soccer community all out here in the same event, participating in what it was become, I think, a lot of fun here for the entire community. So glad that we can be a part of it in any way that we can, and wish the best to both teams. So.
Yeah, thanks for participating in the Greater Mankato Soccer Fest.
Absolutely.
This weekend.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
All right, great for Brian to come by and stop and share some of his thoughts with us, Randy. Let's get back to the game here.
Yeah, just one more thing I would say is that, Mankato State does have a great women's soccer program. If you ever get a chance to go see a game, you're going to see some great players and some Mankato players. And we just have a goal right there. And I could not, was it Shelby Lund? I think that was Shelby Lund. Right in the middle, great pass and a great shot.
Yeah, they've been putting on a lot of pressure towards the net in the first 10 minutes here.
Number 7, Shelby Lund.
And the assist. Oh, here we go. We're going to get our assist by Mr. Bob.
It was Frederick, right?
Yes. Frederick with the assist, Shelby Lund with the goal.
I think that's Amber Frederick's second assist this year.
Oh, a nice move inside the box, and it's another shot. A beautiful save by Morgan once again. That ball went up into the left upper corner of the goal.
Morgan Wolf's doing a great job. She's not going to get her shutout here today, obviously. And on that goal, I think that was Shelby Lund's 7th goal this year.
Elsie takes a nice kick up front, looking again for, looks like we have a pass across the field up to Kenna Beisman. Lucky tries to get the ball.
Hope Waltz is doing a good job in the middle there, distributing the ball forward.
She's doing a great job in that middle, working the ball left and right and winning a lot of those 50-50 chances.
One thing I'm impressed with West is that I'm not seeing them just try the straight through ball toward the goal. They're getting the ball to the sides and they're crossing it, which is hard to defend.
Yeah, even there, Shelby Lund got the ball in the middle and she pushed it back out to Beisman on the outside, looking for another shot across. That requires some level of patience and certainly, observing the field and see where the open shots can come from.
Into the Cougars, number 16, Chloe Miller.
And in the Big Nine, I've seen a lot of just kind of attempts at through balls down the middle of the field, and that works sometimes, but I think it's more effective the way West is playing right here, off to the sides and kicking it in, so it's pretty impressive.
Goal kick went out to Vetter, and she tried to put it up the line to Natalie Shizzle, and the ball's turned over, and we'll have a throw-in by West.
In for the Scarlets, number 20, Lexi Peterson.
West has the wind a little bit here, and that'll be reversed in the second half. That can make a difference. But right now I'm seeing East really needs to win some more balls in the middle and get the ball up to its forwards.
The ball goes out on the end line. It looks like it's going to be another corner kick for the Scarlets.
And it looks like Rachel Ludke is taking all of those. Oh, maybe I'm wrong now. Maybe someone else is going out.
We got a lot of action on the opposite side of the field from where we are set up, but certainly nice to see some of the play go back and forth on each side. The corner kick comes across, and it's a shot by Beisman, and it goes up and over to the outside. Goal kick, Cougars.
Pack the Stands is a fundraising event designed to support the boys and girls soccer programs at Mankato East and West High Schools. Please join me in thanking these generous sponsors who are proudly supporting soccer in our community. Platinum level creative.
Goal kick comes out to Shizzle. She pushes up to Jenny Vetter. Jenny Vetter's kind of looking around. Coming on and crossing it. It looks like it was close to Ella Gavin, but definitely picked up by Mel Lobitz, the goalie for Mankato West, who's also had a good year, hasn't she, Randy?
Yeah, she has. And it was a good defense there. It was also a great pass from Jenny Vetter out to the side to Chloe Miller. And then she made another cross that was very nice too, and it was just a little too far. But right away, here comes West back to the other end.
Yeah, Beisman taking it again to the corner, working on her defender, trying to win possession, and the ball was by the East defense and cleared out to the outside. Unfortunately, we have a Mankato West player, and they're going to try to possess the ball here and work it from the back. That's Haley Kapishke that forwarded the ball up to, looks like
Lexi Peterson, I think.
Lexi Peterson, number 20, yeah, taking the ball to the corner. Oh, that's coming in. Oh,
that's
I can't
right.
tell
That's
if
right there.
Inside the 6-yard box or not here, but it's cleared outside by East. Jenny Vetter kicks it to the out. Looks to me like it's going to be another West throw.
That was a good body check by the East defender. Body checks, of course, I think a lot of folks don't think they are legal, but they are legal as long as your arm's down, and she knocked her off the ball and kicked it out. You know what?
Throw goes off Ella Gavin, and now West will take the throw, and we're just about at halfway through, almost the the first half here, and so far it's kind of been a West-sided game, Randy.
Yeah, I would say West has had the possession about 2/3 or maybe 3/4, so they're doing a good job possessing the ball at this time. I do think there was a factor. That last corner kick was against the wind, and you could see it came short. And when they've kicked the corner from our side of the field here, the near side, it's gone over. So I think both teams are going to have to adjust to the fact that there is still a lot of wind out here.
All right, so West now has the ball, and they're up. It looks like Kapishke's kind of waiting on the outside to get that ball, and it's pushed up to Lexi Peterson, and she loses it after Ella Gavin kicks it out of bounds. Nice job with the 50-50 balls by West. That certainly is, East. That's certainly positive. They're going to have to keep that pressure going. Kenna Beisman has the ball down in the corner, and she uses, she's a lefty. She has a beautiful left foot that she crosses it, and again, pressure is on by East, and they clear it out to the outside. West throw-in.
Great point. McKenna Beisman is a great lefty, and you'll see her on the left side of the goal. And the West teammates trying to get the ball to her for her big left shot that she has. And she's had a great shot since I've seen her play 5-6 years ago, since she was very small. So she's very dangerous on that left side.
Ella Gavin puts it to the outside to Jenny Vetter's foot. She's looking for Canstrup on the overlap. Canstrup puts it up. Ella's going to try to get the pressure on. Natalie's following behind her. They're going to need some other people to fill in the backside if they want to keep the ball on this end of the field, Randy.
Yeah, and one of the things going on here is the West defenders and OC Colway, I think they call her, Lauren Colway. Elsie, I'm sorry. I heard him talking before the game, so I'm sorry I got that wrong. Elsie, not OC. But she's doing a great job back there, just kind of sweeping everything away.
Okay, here's a quick transition, and it places the ball to the outside. Again, to Lexi Peterson, who's taking on Jade Whelan in the back. She crosses it, and another nice save by Morgan Wolf, looking to her left. The goal, low corner right, a beautiful shot. Those are the kind of shots that are really tough to save because the goalie doesn't really know exactly where the post is, where it's out of bounds, and Morgan certainly did a nice job kind of looking at where that ball was going to go and stopping it.
Yeah, and on a play like that, the goalie doesn't know if the pass is going to go back to the middle, to the top of the box either. So it's a tough position for the goalie to be in when that ball is crossed from there.
All right, the corner kick comes in, goes across the belly of the goal. Either the defense or the offense better get that ball and not let it go through the mouth area there, Randy.
Yeah, that ball just kind of rolled right through. The defenders need to get that out of there. Obviously a dangerous situation with the ball sitting right in front of the goal rolling by.
22 Smith, 23 Stenzel, 7 Lund, 8 Nelson, 11 Rodwald.
Right now, West really is controlling the ball in their end of the field and doing a wonderful job of getting it to the corners and crossing it for opportunities.
It looks like both teams are doing a nice job subbing. I'm wondering if some of this heat, I'm guessing the humidity is up with all the rain we've had, and then now getting up into the 80-degree area. What do you think, Randy, about the substitutions that have been made so far by Coach AK and Coach Makala?
Well, I think you're right about the heat. As I'm sitting here in my black shirt, I can tell you it may be 76 degrees, but it's very hot. And both coaches have apparently anticipated that and are subbing quite a bit. I think that's going to pay off.
Peterson's really working hard on our outside defender, and that was a beautiful cross. But it was behind the net. She figures out a way to put a little spin on that ball and work it back another 6 yards. That could be another opportunity for the Scarlets.
And Lexi's just a sophomore, and as you watch her play here, you can see she's a pretty sophisticated soccer player who really knows her way around the field.
Goal kick for the Cougars. Not quite to midfield. That's Shizzle with the ball.
There again, I think it was the wind effect there. They didn't get to midfield like they probably normally would. And there's just East is facing an uphill wind battle here a little bit.
Vetter's working through the Mankato West defense. She's looking for somebody to pass to. It goes to the outside to Shizzle. She's running hard for it, but the Mankato West defender, Victoria Rewald, actually gets there first and takes the ball away. We have another transition here with East capturing the ball back.
Here's a good opportunity for East. In a good position here to try to get shot off.
There's Elsie taking the ball away. And again, clearing it out to Peterson. Oh, she snaps around. I think we're going to have a foul there, yep.
Every time East comes in, Elsie Colway is there and sweeps the ball away. She's doing a good job.
Yeah, Jaden made the foul there, but it's probably, a good foul because I'm afraid that if Lexi Peterson would have gone around Jade, there could have been another one-on-one with the goalie. Free kick comes up, and it's captured by the Mankato East defense. Clears it out to midfield, and there's a battle going on at midfield.
Yeah, that's Kate Nelson that was battling there. And eventually East gets the ball here.
Throw into East. It goes out to the outside. Looks like they're trying to possess on the outside and just not getting those connections of those 1, 2, 3 passes in a row.
And the West defenders are staying very tight on that side of the field. East might think of changing field a bit.
All right, the ball's being cleared out again, going up to the forward line of West. Bounces back. We really need to, get some connections in the midfield for both teams. Ball's getting up to the forward lines, but the midfield needs a little more possession.
I agree. That's exactly right. And I think East needs to look at changing the field because West is packing it in on the side that East comes down the field with, kind of leaving the other side of the field open. And I don't think East with the West appears to have a strategy, at least today, of doing a lot of crossing with the ball from the corners. It looks like that would be very effective for them, and was already.
Yeah, the difference in play between a vertical game and a horizontal game across the field is certainly being captured by West today, looking at different angles and certainly trying to find individuals that are open by switching the field. It'll be a throw-in for West.
Right about from midfield. And another throw-in for West.
Don't forget, tomorrow there will be the game of Mankato United Soccer up at, I think it's about 5:30 at Shepherd. It's the U5 and U8 little scrimmages, and the MSU soccer players are going to help do some little coaching on the sideline. So that's an exciting event. Shelby Lund is definitely looking for the ball in the middle, and she's really working off her defenders. She's kind of playing to the hip of Elise Braswell there and really wanting the ball, and we'll see what happens if they can get it to her, Randy. The corner comes in again across the goal mouth.
That corner landed right in front of the goal.
Shizzle clears it to the outside.
If West could have had a player get their foot on that, that would have been a good opportunity. But it was a little, just kind of skipped through there.
A good attack from the outside. The ball's kind of bouncing in the middle there. Somebody really needs to take possession of this, bring the ball down, keep it on the carpet, and really work it to the feet of the players. There's a lot of balls that are kind of going in the air, and one thing I know from playing soccer is it takes another half second to try to control that ball and bring it back down to your feet. That maybe if both teams did a little better job of keeping the ball down on that pitch, maybe they'd be a little more successful.
That's a good point, and you often see soccer balls bouncing around or kicks in the air, but as you stated, a kick on the ground to your teammate, they can field it much quicker and move it forward faster than if it's bouncing and they have to first control it.
Yeah, that's a nice ball to the outside. And
Yeah.
She crosses it, and it looks to me like there was some kind of fall, but that happened behind the East bench, so I'm not exactly sure what happened there. Randy, did you catch that?
I think the ball just crossed the line back there. I think they called a goal kick when the ball went out past the end line.
All right, so Jade Whelan again is going to take the kick.
And that kick didn't go very well. I think she topped it a little bit.
Beisman with the ball. She takes her left. She kind of spun that around. She put a little spin on it that kind of forced it to go a little bit to the right. She puts a little more spin on that. That might be a goal.
Actually, that was, I didn't think that shot had a chance, but that was a great shot. It was very close. Another couple feet to the right, and it goes in. Well, there's 9:46 left in this first half, and for all practical purposes, West has had the wind, and I always say if you have the wind in the first half, you better have a lead, and they do. It'll be interesting to see what East can do with the wind in the second half.
Looks like Braswell is going to take that kick, and let's see if she can find another Cougar player. It comes across the field. Rachel Lucky goes on the back of Jenny Vetter, and so there will be a free kick for the Cougars.
There was a bump there and a foul called, but I would say that this has been a very clean game. I've not seen any pushing or grabbing. Both teams playing very clean style of play, which is fun to watch.
Yeah, those little battles are a part of every game, and you're going to have a little bump and shove here and there, and that's the game of soccer. Here comes Vetter, and she's taking it a little bit far from the outside, probably 25 yards out, and that is picked up pretty easily by Lobitz.
Jenny did weave through about 3 defenders there, as she always is able to do. She's quite dangerous with the ball. Walked right through 3 defenders and took the shot probably from a little far out.
I like the back pass there, and there's Canstrip with the ball. I think she's going to look to the outside, and we have a foul on number 18, Ashley Gustafson. Free kick for the Cougars.
Yeah, Ashley got her arm out there a little bit. Should have kept her arm in, and she probably wouldn't have got that call. But she got her arm out. It was right in front of the official, and of course he made the call.
All right, Vetter's looking for some players to move around at the line. The kick's a little short. They're battling for possession in the middle. Canstrup takes it through in the midfield, and it's captured by Hope Waltz.
For whatever reason, the free kicks are not getting up in the air, and I don't know if it's the field being wet and soft, the wind, I'm not really sure, but every free kick I've seen, nobody can get any float on it, and they're all landing short and low.
It's kind of like they got to get under the ball a little bit, and for some reason it's just not happening today.
Yeah, it's hard to say from here. I don't know what the field conditions are actually like. Of course, we all know it's rained here almost every day for about 2 weeks, so
yeah,
it's a little wet.
Yeah, certainly prayers and thoughts go out to all of our community members. You know, St. Clair and Waseca having a lot more rain than we got here in Mankato. Certainly our hearts are out to them today.
Yeah, Waseca got 14 inches, which is unthinkable, and I know there's a lot of flooding there, and very difficult for you to even find a sump pump or a pump to pump it out if you have basement flooding right now.
So they're battling on the sideline on the far end of the field. Looks like Wes is the victor of that battle. It pops out, and looks like Shizzle's looking for somebody to pass to. She finds Jenny Vetter in the middle. Jenny's taking on a 2-for-1, weaving in between players, takes it to her outside left, a left foot shot, and again saved by our keeper, Mel Lobitz.
And there was Jenny Vetter again going through about 4 players right down to the front of the goal and taking a shot, and she is so dangerous. And but another good job by the West goalkeeper.
Yeah, really hard for me, Randy, to sit here and be an announcer. I was a Mankato East mom last year. Our daughter graduated, and I was just about to yell for Jenny Vetter to go, 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 just out of habit. Probably not appropriate at being the announcer today.
No, our daughter did play for East, and so of course we saw Jenny Vetter play last year, and she's exciting to watch. And it is hard not to yell, "Go Jenny," because she is just so fun to watch.
Beisman takes the kick, and nobody really seemed to be rushing on that, Randy. If it's up in the air like that, I would think that the West players would want to attack that, knowing that Beisman's going to put it up there.
Yeah, just watching West, they don't pack in on the corners, and they don't pack in on free kicks. Instead, they stay spread out, and that's a little unusual. But by being spread out, they also are controlling the ball, so it's an interesting strategy that has allowed them to possess. And I guess it is a little different to not.
Oh, there's another shot by Beisman with her left foot. She brought it right across the goal. And she worked away from the defender. The defender kind of leaned in on her, and she pushed it just a little bit to the left side and found the the left-hand side of the goal.
Yeah, the goaltender for East, Morgan Wolf, had no chance there. McKenna Beisman, great scorer, right in front of the goal. She could have gone right or left and bounced it right past the goalkeeper.
So Gustafson got the assist on that one, and McKenna got the goal. I think you mentioned earlier, Randy, that McKenna has, 9, now 10 goals this season?
Yeah, McKenna had 9 goals and 6 assists coming in. the leading scorer and assist leader for West. We know Jenny Vetter has 12 goals and 6 assists for East. She's the leading goal scorer for East. Natalie Schizzle has 8 goals. Ella Gavin has 4 goals. For West, Kristen Rasmussen has 6 goals. Shelby Lund
We got Jenny Vetter here taking the big kick. She puts that one up and again towards the goal, but not quite in. It'd be nice if we got one of those Mankato East players really attacking that goalie in front and maybe making her bobble it or doing something fun with the ball and see if they had an opportunity.
That was a nice kick by Jenny Vetter. Another foot higher, and maybe that was in.
4 minutes here left in the first half, and the score is 2-0 with Mankato East certainly winning on possession. Mankato West. East has had some opportunities. They just need to kind of push it in a little deeper, Randy.
Yeah, East is. I think they've had not as many opportunities, and they're panicking a little bit when they get the ball in the West zone and just trying to get a shot off right away, and not possessing. And so they get one shot, then it's back to the other end, and they need to calm down and just keep bringing the ball in and pass it around.
Yeah, try to win it in the midfield.
Correct.
Now that's probably the nicest goal kick that we've seen so far today by East. They really got under it that time. The ball again goes to the outside over to Gustafson, and she takes a shot. Morgan again with the save.
I saw Gustafson look over to the bench there as though the coach was telling her something on that play. I'm not sure what, but after she took that kick and that shot, it looked like some instructions came in from the bench from Chrissy Makala. So I don't know what that was, but maybe they've got some play in mind.
Yeah, I was talking with Chrissy before the game, and she's been coaching for Mankato West as long as Mankato West has actually had a program, and that was 21 years. So they certainly are thankful to have Chrissy coaching them, and I told her she was the winningest coach for Mankato West.
Yeah, she's the first and only women's soccer coach.
Oh, another one right across the mouth of the goal.
Great chance there. I don't know how that didn't go in.
Frederick with the shot. That one's far left.
Yeah, last goal by McKenna Beisman. She didn't appear to be marked by a defender, and she's pretty tricky at losing folks, so she's not marked. But you cannot leave her in the box alone. She's got to be marked if you're a defender, because she is quite dangerous with that left foot.
I like the way that Amber Frederick really came up there. She's a defender on the outside right, and she really worked her way up. They're giving her a little space there, so nice to see that defender making that move for a shot. She hits into the inside to LC. She's looking for the overlap. Taking the inside, putting it into Rachel Lucky, who puts it to the outside. There's Shelby Lund with the ball, playing against the defender. She takes a foot, moves it to her right, and right over the net.
That was very close. Yeah, this West spread is really causing some havoc with these defenders. That, as a defender, you want to stay close and tight together and defend that middle, but it's hard when the West players are so spread apart and they keep crossing the field from one side to the other. East needs to regroup and figure out how to handle that.
And the East defenders, they are doing a nice job of making sure that they're marking those outside players. They're not leaving them wide open, and I can see them checking their shoulders to make sure they understand where those attackers are coming into play. So even though the score is 2-0, I do think that they've been busy back there, and they are doing a fairly good job of making sure that they're identifying where those key attackers are.
They are. The East defenders are doing a great job, but again, the West offense is an unusual one.
Oh, Beisman hits the post on that.
Off the bar.
I can't tell, Randy, if that was touched by the keep or if it just missed and went over, but it did hit the bar and bounced off.
I think it hit the goalkeeper's hand just enough to hit the bar. Otherwise, it was in from quite a ways out.
Yeah, Beisman with another shot. That one wide, and it'll be another goal kick for East. 22 seconds left. I know they're trying to put on maybe some last-second pressure before the end of the half.
Yeah, McKenna Beisman obviously knew what the clock was and wanted to get some shots off quickly, and she got two pretty darn good shots off there, either one of which could have gone in.
They worked the ball back. LC with the ball. And that's halftime. So to wrap this up, we had 2 goals. The first one was scored by Shelby Lunn, assisted by Amber Frederick. The second goal was scored by Kenna Beisman, assisted by Ashley Gustafson. And so we also have McKenna Peters here, and you also are on the Twin City Fire team?
Yep, I played with Maddie.
Right. One of the things that I noticed, I played in a women's league after I played at St. Olaf College, and we'd show up about 15 minutes before the game, and some people were a little more serious than others, and that. McKenna, can you tell me a little bit about how your season is going this year?
So far it's going pretty well. We're 3-4 overall, and then 2-2 in the conference, and so we're looking forward to tomorrow's game.
Great. How was your game last night with Concordia St. Paul?
We started out pretty well, and then towards the end we started to lose our fitness a little bit, but I think there's some things we got to work on, and we can definitely get some more wins.
You know, I looked at some of the numbers, and you guys scored first, I think like in the 12th or 13th minute, so you're pretty excited, like, hey, this is going to turn out really well, and the other 2 goals really weren't scored until late in the second half. Is that right?
Yep, the first goal was a fantastic goal, fairly good pattern play with our forwards, but then they scored one off of the free kick, and then the second goal they scored, it was jumbling around in the box.
Excellent. And then last night, you guys were you headed off to Sioux Falls, is that correct?
Yep.
And that looked like a nice result.
Yeah, it was a really good result. We have a really young team this year, so we're just working on building and getting better every day. And I mean, our first half was a little weaker than the second half, but I think at halftime we realized we had to pick it up, and then came out in the second half strong. So.
Right. And then UMD was, I think that was like Tuesday or Wednesday of this week, 5-0.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. What did you think about that game?
Yeah, it was a really good win. Overall, we played a lot better than other games we have this year, and had some good finishing, so that was nice to see.
Maddie, you know, this is Randy Knutson. When I watch MSU soccer, I am amazed at how physical it can really be out there compared to high school soccer. How have you felt about that?
Yeah, no, college is a lot more physical than high school. It's a lot faster pace and physical, but I think that makes the game more fun, so I really enjoy that part of it.
And yeah, there's some big girls too out there, I've noticed.
Yeah.
So you don't want to get hit too hard, I suppose, right?
Nope.
Well, you know, now that you're playing the big time here at Mankato State and Southwest Minnesota State, how about you guys tell us, what was your favorite year? Was it Mankato United or was it in high school? What was your favorite soccer year?
I'd probably have to say high school soccer was my favorite growing up. Just being with everyone in the bus rides, it was so much fun. And Pack the Stands game, like here today, you just see how good of an atmosphere it is. And senior year was great. We went to state and ended up with the farthest anyone's ever made it in West girls soccer history, so it was a good year.
How about you, McKenna?
Senior year was by far my favorite. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We made it to the Dome, but Pack the Stands is always fun with everybody here. It's nice seeing how many people are here this year. It's definitely grown since our senior year.
Yeah. I was just going to say, you know, I went up, we did interviews with the captains earlier today, and then I had some time to kill, so I was looking up and down at the C squad games and the JV games going on. The whole sideline was packed, and I don't remember that a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for you guys coming back here, is it fun to see that there is a little more interest in our community with that?
Yeah, it's really fun, and it makes you feel really old coming back and seeing all these people that you don't even recognize anymore. But yeah, it's awesome how much soccer's grown, especially in Mankato and everything, and I can't wait to see how much it keeps growing.
Maddie, how about tell us your best Mankato United memory, say U10 and under.
U10 and under.
Did you have any big games back then?
Well, I do remember one time we were playing Rochester, I think, and it was a really intense game, pretty high scoring too, and the coach from the other team yelled, and this just stuck with me for some reason, but he yelled and he was like, "Stick on her like peanut butter and jelly." And I don't know why I remember that, but that was just one of the funniest things to me. And Kenna's dad coached us all throughout the years, Dwayne Peters, so that was a lot of fun too.
Kenna, how about you?
I think my favorite memory would be when we were the Wildcats and we had that stuffed cat and we brought it into our huddle before every game and then we threw it up when we cheered. Yeah.
And you know, it's funny, you think of all these competitions and all these events, and the funny things that you guys are bringing up today have a lot to do with off the field, you know, discussions, off the field camaraderie. the partnership that goes on in the bus rides and throwing up wildcats and all of those things. Those are great things to think about.
Yeah, if I ever coach again, I'm going to remember the peanut butter and jelly comment. I'm going to bring that one out.
How about your favorite pack the stands memory? McKenna, we're going to start with you first.
I'm going to go with senior year. I think that was the first year that we definitely had a bunch of people there, and it was super fun. There was loud, and I think it was a pretty close game, if I remember right.
Yeah, probably won.
And go ahead.
I was just going to say, I mean, that was a great year overall. I think we got the win in that game, and then it just turned out to be a great season. But yeah, Pack the Stands is always a really energetic game with all the fans and the band being here and all that.
Any advice you'd give to all of us who are going to be organized this even for next year after seeing what you've seen in the past and what you're seeing here today?
I would just say keep doing what you're doing, because whatever it is, it's working great.
All right, great. Now, tomorrow is a big game, and do either one of you feel that it's a bigger game for one or the other?
I don't know. At this point in the season, I feel like every game's a big game, kind of early in the season, and it's conference games, so any win is a huge win here.
We were ranked actually pretty low in the conference rankings preseason, so I think we have a lot more to prove, but I think it's a winnable game.
Oh, do you?
I do.
I don't know.
Well,
about that.
I think it's a winnable game. McKenna, you were going to say it's a winnable game, and we're going to say. So if it's going to be a winnable game and you are going to win, what do you feel that your team needs to do to shut down these Mavericks?
I think our team needs to just stick to what we're doing and not try to change for what the Mavericks do. But I think if we stick to what we have been doing preseason against Central Missouri and them, I think we'll come out with a win, maybe.
All right. I see Maddie over here kind of just waiting to say her piece about this. What do you think that you guys need to do to make this happen?
Oh, no, I'm just so excited for the game tomorrow. I think that we're going to come out strong and fast and start the game right up how we finished it last night against Sioux Falls, so I can't wait to get out there.
All right. Is there any prediction that you ladies have for score, McKenna?
I'm going to go with 2-1 Mustangs.
Woohoo!
Oh, boy, I was going 6-0 Mavericks.
Oh, my.
Wow. Hey, just one last question for you guys. Now, you're collegiate athletes, and that's a lot these days. That means you got to play sports and study, and you're gone on buses, and you're gone far away. And how about some advice for some of these kids here they're going to be watching this video later to see themselves play? Any advice for them as they go forward to maybe play D2 or possibly D1 or D3?
Definitely prioritize school over soccer. Soccer is most of your life, but definitely school.
Your parents tell you to say that?
No, actually not. But school is the reason you're there. Soccer is just the fun part, even though it seems like a more bigger part. But yeah.
Maddie?
Yeah, I would just say plan ahead. Use a planner. Planners are the best things invented, so use one of those and just stay ahead and you'll be fine.
All right. Now, tomorrow afternoon, after the game, you guys are going up to Good Shepherd and doing some work with the U5 through U8 players, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. What a great way to give back to the Mankato community. That's great.
Yeah, those things are a lot of fun, those clinics. It's a great way to go out and meet different people in the community.
Right. Well, this wasn't too bad, was it now? This didn't wreck your nerves too badly?
Not terrible.
All right, you guys are done. We're going to move on to the second half. Thanks, ladies. We appreciate your time, and good luck to both of you tomorrow.
Good luck tomorrow.
All right, that was Maddie Brandt and McKenna Peters, who graduated 3 years ago and are both red shirt sophomores at their respective schools, MSU and Southwest Minnesota State. So we're looking forward to a good second half, Randy?
Yeah, I'll be curious to see if the possession changes with the wind. The wind is pretty significant, and it's been my experience that wind has more effect in soccer than most sports. And every ball that you kick is a free kick, or from the goalie just goes another 10 yards, 12 yards. So I'd like to see a closer game here. I'd like to see us come out and get a quick goal and make this a close game and a fight to the end.
Yeah, that kind of gets the fans a little bit more involved and you know, kind of gets everybody moving and a little bit more excitement on the bench and the players just to have a little tighter game. That'd be nice to see.
And I think that's what we're going to get here. East was against the wind, and with the wind, the cross game that West was playing was really benefited. So I think East was going to have a much better chance here.
All right, the second half is underway, And the ball goes to the outside, back to the defender, moves it out to Kenna Beisman, and it's fought out hard by the defender for Mankato East, Brandy Drum. Kenna with her left foot, a shot to Morgan Wolf, and she saves the ball, bobbles it a bit, picks it up, and ready to clear.
Some good defense by East there, staying on McKenna Beisman and making sure she couldn't get a full swing at that ball and a full shot.
So that kick goes a little further, and you can tell that the wind is making a little bit of a difference here at Caswell North Soccer Complex. Ball comes across to the top of the box in the middle, but it doesn't look like any of the West players were there. Shelby Lund was on the outside. Had she made run, maybe inside, but it's possible she just didn't know where her teammate was going to pass it. Shelby Lund with her back to the ball, to the net.
And was that Elise Broswell there?
I think that's Elise Broswell kind of giving a little bump there.
With the wind, the cross game that West was playing was really benefited, so I think East was going to have a much better chance here.
With her left foot here, and I'll be curious if she goes for the header to her teammates or she just takes a shot here.
All right, the second half is underway, and the Mankato West attackers, a little bit of flat-footedness. Maybe that's one of the reasons they're having a hard time kind of making that ball when the chip is made over the defensive line. Rachel Lundke's over here on the left-hand side of the field calling for the ball. Bring it back to the inside, back to outside. It's a good some defense by Taylor Canstrup. Jade Whelan tries to kick it off. It goes off the Mankato West forward, and it will be East throw.
Yeah, if you want to know what the wind is like here, we have our rosters and our information taped to the table. I had a water bottle and my phone sitting on some papers, and it all blew off the table here, which fortunately
So what you're saying, Randy, is now all your notes are gone. You're just going to have to ad lib?
Yeah, pretty much. Everything blew away. It's pretty darn windy in the Gus.
I didn't put any suntan lotion on today. I'm afraid now that the sun is out there, we're going to get a little sunburn here in late September.
It is hot sitting here, I can tell you that. And we are literally on the field on a table.
So they're bringing it to the outside, far left side, and they're looking for somebody to pass it to. I can hear Coach AK really trying to get his midfielders up to give some level of support. The ball goes across the net. Shizzle's running after it. Elsie gets the ball and clears it out with her left foot. It's taken on by Canstrup. He's getting a little knock from Beisman. Back out to Shizzle. She's looking for a cross and battling with her defender, and East throw.
Yeah,
I think it's a throw. I don't think it's a corner.
As Jenny Vetter was bringing the ball up the left side there, Coach AK for East was yelling, move, move, and he's trying to get his players to move sideways across the field so that there's an opening for her to pass. Sometimes Jenny is so fast, though, she outruns her own players, and she gets down the field. There's no one to pass to because no one can keep up with her.
Yeah, it's going to be a kick here, and it's taken short on the ground to Vetter, who's trying to work off her defender. She gets hit, and I think that's pretty close to the box. I don't know if they'll call it inside or out. I can't tell from here, Randy, whether that was in or outside the box.
The referee looks like he's given a penalty kick here. He's backing away. I think he is giving a penalty kick.
All right, so a PK is to be taken by Jenny Vetter.
Yeah, when the East player went down, Coach AK, he was calling for that penalty, and rightly so, and he got it. We'll see if East can convert here.
All right, Jenny's ready to take the kick. She approaches the ball, heads to the corner, and a goal. So we have a 2-1 game. Randy, that was kind of what you were talking about. Maybe we get a little more energy into the Cougars after that score?
I agree. Yeah, exactly. Now, when you're down 1, you're going to be a little more energized. The game's going to be a little more intense. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun watching the second half here. For Jenny Vetter, that's her 13th goal this year.
It's kind of like that 13th goal maybe was maybe a lucky goal to get a goal. They say 13 is an unlucky number, but I don't know if Jenny would agree with that today.
Well, this game, East was down 2-0, and so if you go down 3-0, boy, that's hard to come back. And by East scoring here 2-1, that's a completely different game. So it's a huge goal, and now East will be energized to try and tie it. And West may be on their heels a little bit here. not wanting that to happen.
Yeah, Shelby Lund's, was clapping her hands together. They're really trying to get her team back into it. Not sure exactly what we're doing there, but Kenna Beisman takes the ball and pushes it down into the corner. East passing it back to their goalie and then looking for some possession. Unfortunately, the ball goes out to Beisman. Then Ella Gavin gets the ball, tries to put it into the inside, and it goes right to the Mankato West player. Rachel Lucky has the ball. She's fighting hard with Danica Stenzel. They've played soccer together in the summer, but I know Rachel Lucky does do some soccer teaming up in the Twin Cities. Ooh, now that was a little bit of a push on the outside. I caught it here, it was right in front of me, but it was not called. Kenan Beisman crossed the ball, and the referee is calling a push right outside. So he did make the call to the outside here when it occurred. I think the players just kind of ended up playing on because it looked like they probably should have called that at least 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think maybe the referee was down the middle of the field, had to run down here. But I'll tell you what, Danica Stenzel really playing some great defense down here right in front of us. So we can see that she is very physical but legal and doing a great job defending down on this end. Here's McKenna Beisman again.
Beisman's looking for a corner. That was a really nice run by Shelby Lund. The referee called it offside. I thought it was pretty close. Only replay would be able to tell. And unfortunately right now we don't have replay.
Yeah, I think Shelby Lund was looking for the ball a little earlier, and McKenna Beisman didn't see her. And by the time McKenna got the pass off, she had gone past the defenders. So just a little mistiming, just a tiny bit. Otherwise, that would have been a great play.
Ball goes into the inside, and it's pushed outside by Hope Walls. She plays it off to Beisman, who tries to put inside by Shelby Lund. Plays it off for a beautiful header, and she puts it right into the net. That was very nice body positioning by Shelby Lund right there.
And it was a great boot pass by McKenna Beisman over to Shelby Lund, right to her. She just headed it down to the ground. Great play. Beautiful play by West. A lot of players will head that ball up, and which is difficult to do. And Shelby Lund there headed it to the ground, which is a pretty brilliant play right there, and she got the goal.
Yeah, so Shelby gets her second goal of the match.
And
Randy,
I believe
that assist was from Beisman again?
Yep, and that would be McKenna's 7th assist, unless she has another one this game that I'm not sure
She
of.
doesn't have the other gun this game. Some good opportunities, but that's her first assist of the game.
And was that Shelby Lund's second goal?
Yes, it was.
So that's 8 on the season for her. Well, West answered right back, and that's what they needed to do with East getting that penalty kick goal. West need to come down and answer and take charge of the game again, and they've done that. So West in somewhat charge of the game at this point. East really needs to press a little bit and get a goal here to climb back in.
So the ball goes to the inside to Canstrip. She's trying to work it to the outside to Danica Stenzel, who then works it down the line again. I believe that's Jenny Vetter with the ball right now being defended by Dana Boakes. And all of these players are doing a really nice job. I haven't seen any stabbing at the ball. I do see some level of jockeying, waiting for that second defender or somebody else to give them additional support. That's nice to see during this women's soccer game.
Right, both teams very well coached defensively, playing well. You don't see that stabbing where you reach with your foot and the offensive player waiting for you just goes around you. Both sides playing good defense. I'm a little curious as I watch here. When East goes on offense, they have nobody on this side of the field. There's nobody on our side of the field at all, so they can't really change fields.
There goes Vetter coming into the inside, and she takes a shot right to the corner, but again, a save by the Scarlets keeper.
A good shot, but everybody's packed in on one side of the field, so it's a little tight over there. Hopefully East can spread it out a little bit.
All right, the ball comes across the field, and Beisman is working off her defender, looking to get it to her right foot this time, and unfortunately it goes right to the keeper. Brandy Dunn, the defender on this side, really forced her to go left, to go right, which is exactly how you should play McKenna Beisman.
Yeah, that was great defense. She knows not to let McKenna shoot that left. It's a lightning bolt. McKenna has a good right, but it's nothing like her left, which is just a rocket.
There's a shot on goal by Mankato East, number 22, Elisa Smith, I believe. Not a lot of power on that shot, but I like that it was at least to the corner and on the ground, a better opportunity than booting it over the net.
Yeah, Alyssa took a nice shot there. Unfortunately, right to the goalie, which happens a lot. But somebody seems to be hurt here.
Yeah, I think that's Elsie Callway. She looks like she's kind of limping, something with her ankle. It doesn't look to be too terribly serious. Chrissy Makla is out on the field. And in high school rules, if the coach has to go out on the field, the player does at least have to come off for that play. She's going off. I don't see anything that looks too injurious. So hopefully LC, as the captain and really that strong leader at center back, will be back on the field. In the break in the action here, we probably should acknowledge some of our other sponsors, the gold sponsors of this event: INS Group, BLK Electric, Knutson Casey Law Office, R&R Tire, and the National Recognition Products. So thanks to all of those folks for their sponsorship. Greatly appreciated. And we have another special guest visiting our booth today during the game, and I'd like to introduce Bob Olson. And how are you getting away from the other announcing that you're doing today, Bob?
Someone is running the clock for me, so we're in good hands. Brian Fell is at the control knob at the moment.
Do you trust him?
I do.
I do. That's great. So, Bob, first of all, you are the announcer for all the home Mankato West soccer games, and I know that they thoroughly enjoy all of that. But you also have a very big role just related to the fact that this is the 10th anniversary of Pack the Stands, and you were one of the founding volunteers to really make this happen. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. It's been an exciting time over the years. Going back to the beginning, my wife Sue, she has the creative mind, and she conceptualized the start of this. She said, how can we get fans to attend a soccer game like they do a football game? So we started out meeting with the captains of the girls West team at the time, the Lauers, the Osthoffs, the Wachholzes, and the Olsons. And then we decided we needed to bring in some captains from the boys West team, and that included the Swickerts, Matsons, and the Blocks. And we wanted to make this event fun, get people out, so we had the youth involved at shooting contests at halftime. We ended up with a few sponsors. The first game happened to be at Tottenham Field at West during the week on a Tuesday night. I'll never forget the 1,300 fans that attended. The band was playing.
Nice.
It was a festive event. I asked my daughter today, who was on that team, she was captain of the team at the moment, and I said, what do you remember from that game? She remembered the 1,300 fans playing in front of that, the largest group she's ever played in front of, and the band was playing. So it was just amazing, awesome. We had door prizes. We had Mankato United soccer jerseys showing up, and then they were in free.
Yep.
And a way to stimulate both schools getting involved, we had a contest. Who from East or from West could put the most fans in the stand? And then we divided the proceeds accordingly. So the first 4 games were played at Tottenham at Westfield, and then over the years it's become more of a East-West event from the standpoint the parent board now is comprised of both East and West, and that is just phenomenal how this has grown. And it's exciting to show up here before the girls varsity game. There's already 1,000 people here watching the JV and the 9th grade teams.
I don't know if the camera has probably in the past has really shown the number of fans that are here, but I was walking around even earlier after our pregame interviews, and at the C Squad games, both boys and girls, and the other JV games going on, the whole sidelines were packed with people, and we never used to see that before, did we, Bob?
Right. I mean, that just wasn't the case. I came, and usually they reserve a parking place for me, but Brian Fell forgot to do that. So I have to tease him a little bit about that. But
I heard about that. I heard that your parking place, somebody forgot to put the sign up.
Someone, I mean, how can you believe that? I've done this 10 years.
I hope you get free ice cream.
Maybe that I can tell him, let's get some free ice cream for the announcer.
Right.
So,
one of the things that we did want to talk about a little bit, this is the 10th anniversary of doing this, and we've done some things where there's a lot more events for Mankato United in the morning. We have this game, we have the MSU game versus Southwest Minnesota State, and then after that some volunteer stuff. Do you enjoy seeing your vision being expanded in this way? I mean, that has to be fun. Oh, there we go.
And
the ball.
there's a ball right on our table.
Yeah, during the middle of our interview. Thanks for that shout out, Randy.
That was great.
Had I been prepared, I might have tried to give a little header. I'm a soccer
I
player,
was just about to head that, but then I decided not to.
It's phenomenal that this event has grown to the extent it has grown, and we're happy that it's grown this much. We wouldn't have envisioned this would have occurred, but at the same time, the whole initiative was to try to get people more involved with soccer, learn about soccer. And talking to Brian Fell before the game, it's obvious that it's cool to come to soccer games now. The soccer players are getting their peers to show up. The football players, back when this started 10 years ago, that wasn't the case. So it's very exciting to see how it's progressed.
Yeah, very exciting there. Well, we do appreciate all the hard work that you've done and all the other parents have done and all the volunteers to make this happen, and I'm sure it's fun for you to see how it's grown. I mean, that has to make you feel good.
I feel great about this, and I'm just proud of Mankato's soccer programs, the East, West, the Mankato United programs, the MSU. They're awesome.
Yeah. I know the Loyola girls are also a team that compete against both East and West, and they're having a great season. The Loyola boys are a little short on players and such, but again, like you say, it's all Mankato United that are working together to make it happen.
Yeah, my apologies for leaving out Loyola. I mean, and they have had strong soccer programs over the years, and that's the other nice thing about this event. The girls and the boys, they know each other. A lot of them play on the summer teams together, so that adds another element to this game.
Randy, we got an update for us there while we're talking?
Yeah, there was a corner kick, and I think the corner kick might have landed in the goal as Rachel Lutke touched it. So it was a beautiful corner kick. I didn't see who shot the corner kick, but Rachel Lutke, I'm not sure who they're going to give the goal to. Probably Rachel. She just put her foot on it, and that was a goal. And so now we have 4-1 West with 25 minutes to go. And so the corner kick.
That was from Rachel Lutke?
Yeah. Rachel Lutke was the one who put the kick in from the corner. I didn't see the corner. Who kicked the corner? It was a beautiful corner kick.
Corner from Rasmussen is Rachel Lutke. Lutke from Rasmussen.
So, Bob, did you want to share it all, like one of your favorite Pack the Stands memories?
One of my favorite memories was that first night where you had over 1,300 fans. The band was playing. It was just a great atmosphere that you experience at football games.
Yeah.
So I will never forget that.
Well, again, they probably need you back at the scoring table, and we do appreciate, as a community, we do appreciate all the hard work that you've done and all the other, volunteers that kind of started this out, and that, you help keep this going. So on behalf of all of us, thanks for all your hard work.
Yes, thank you.
All right, enjoy.
Okay.
Thanks, Bob. So that corner kick came from freshman Kristen Rasmussen, and Rachel Lutke got the goal, although I have to say that Kristen Rasmussen's kick might have gone in on its own without the goal by Rachel Lutke.
And my coach, as Randy always said, regardless of whether you think it's going or not, don't be afraid to finish it.
Yeah, you need to finish it. She did the right thing, and beautiful corner kick, though, and it couldn't have been any better.
Yeah, Kendra Cruz there puts a really nice ball into space, and that's something that the Mankato West players are doing a nice job of. They're not just trying to pass just to feet or just to the player, but they're really anticipating where each other are going to go, and they're kind of making it happen.
Yeah, West is really on the attack right now, and when you're up 4-1, you get relaxed. You kick the ball better. You feel free to take more chances. It's actually easier to score once you're up by a couple goals, I think. And you can see West very relaxed now, taking shots. And so West is doing a great job, but East needs to get a goal right now in the next few minutes here and get back in the game.
Yeah, I'm kind of afraid I start to hear just a little bit more high anxiety on the pitch here, a little bit of let's get reorganized kind of thing coming from the captains, which is good. We need to do that when we're down. But I do think, like you said, right now would be a great time for Mankato East to kind of pull it together, really work the ball, and work together as a team to try to get another goal. Certainly not to equalize the score, but maybe to get their energy up a little.
Yeah, and it looks like they've moved Jenny Vetter to the middle of the field. I think she was on a wing playing on the side of the field before, on the outside mid maybe. And now I see her in the middle of the field, so maybe they're trying to have her do a little more distributing here.
Yeah. Well, E.J. Holtz is one of their key defenders, and she is out with injury today. So, she's one of their captains, and she told me that she's bummed out that she can't be in the game, but she's going to try to be a good support for her team. We got Beisman coming in on a one-on-one. Wow, what a very unselfish play. She had one-on-one with the goalie and crossed the ball back to her opposing side. What do you think of that play?
I thought McKenna Beisman had a nice shot there. She was right in front of the goalie. She could have shot it, and instead she tried to get the assist for a teammate. Very unselfish. You really love to see that at any level, and a credit to McKenna Beisman on that. She had her teammate. It just bounced a little bit, and her teammate.
I believe that was Lexi Peterson, Randy.
Yeah, you're right. It was Lexi Peterson. Lexi, it just kind of bounced one too many times, and she couldn't control it and get a shot. But wow, what a great pass by
Yeah,
McKenna
nice
Beisman.
tackle there by Malia Newman, who stole the ball and then did a counterattack pass to the outside, bring it around. There's Kendra Cruz with the cross. We have Kristen Rasmussen really using her body well in the inside, trying to get a shot off. But Natalie Schizzle is taking the ball to the outside, hopefully not panicking, and see if she can find another Cougar.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised to see Natalie Schizzle back here on defense. She normally plays, I thought she played forward.
Oh, Kristen Rasmussen with a nice shot there, Andy.
I missed it. I did not see what happened there.
Yeah, she took the ball, moved it across right about to the 18-yard box, kept it on the ground. The goalie, anticipating that it was going to go to her left, she shot it back to the right and just missed wide.
What do you think about Natalie Schizzle being back on defenses? Do you think that's from injuries?
I'm not exactly sure. She's normally a forward, and she is their second leading goal scorer. I think it's possible that Coach AK here is just trying to reorganize, maybe move some defensive players, or maybe just get a little bit of size in there, maybe to see if they can work off the ball. I mean, Shelby Lund's been using her body pretty well to position herself to get that centering kick, and I'm just wondering if he wants Schizzle to get in there for some size.
Well, they've got her in the middle, and she does have speed, too, and size, so it's hard to say exactly. Another great cross by West.
Yeah, so that was, again, a nice cross by Beisman to the top up to Kristen Rasmussen. And after talking with some players early today, Kristen Rasmussen has had some goals, and all of those have come in the past 3 games.
I didn't know that was the last 3 games.
Yeah, she got three or four, Coach told me, at Fairmont. The Fairmont game, which was just this week, I believe. That's kind of a nice and upcoming score for the Scarlets.
That is.
She's a 9th grader?
I think you're right. I think she is a 9th grader. I just got to say once again, McKenna Beisman came in, had a scoring opportunity there with her team up 4-1. She passed the ball to a teammate for the goal, trying to get a shot. A very unselfish play. So I got to give her credit for that.
Now, Coach AK is taking Elise Braswell out for a breather. And, it is interesting when I did some of my fitness training for soccer, one of the things that they said is, in any single game, you're running around 6 to 7 miles. And I wonder as the game goes on here if fitness is going to come into play.
I do think so, because these defenders have been scored on 4 times, which is a little frustrating. And the ball's been on their end quite a bit. And to chase down the West offensive players, and West is talented on the offensive side, I think they're wearing out, and you're seeing some subbing, which is smart by Coach AK.
Yeah, certainly I am a soccer player at heart, and when I started to look for, how many miles somebody puts in on a soccer game, you have midfielders that can go up to 9 miles just because they're, really covering the majority of the field. And they compared that to football, where the average player runs 200 feet in a game. And that's, of course, looking at linemen and such, not your wide receivers or your quarterback, but as an average, a little different type of fitness between whether it be aerobic or anaerobic.
Yeah, playing soccer is...
and even possibly hit our car.
Yeah, and you can expect East to press a little bit and take shots that they might not take otherwise when you're down 4-1. So, not too surprising. It was a good shot. It was just a little high.
The wind's picking up a bit here, and perhaps that might be to an advantage if you can put some of those shots in the air, as long as you can judge it correctly.
I think if East were to get a corner kick from this side, it would be very advantageous. They would be able to get a lot of speed and movement on the ball heading toward the goal.
Randy, that there's a foul on the field, and I just thought, we really haven't had that many calls today. I mean, the referee has been pretty non-existent, and they always say that if the referee, you don't really know that he or she are on the field, it's usually a pretty good game.
Yeah, the referee has done a great job.
Yeah, he hasn't inserted himself into the game.
Right, which is always appreciated as a coach or a fan of the game or an announcer, that the referee does not insert himself into the game.
Right. Another shot that goes over the post. It was hit from distance, but, certainly over the crossbar quite a bit.
I can see that Coach AK is looking for answers here. He's subbing, he's moving players around, he's trying to find the right combination to get a goal. And it's been hard to come by because West has controlled the ball for the most part on the East defensive side.
We do want to highlight a few more of our sponsors during this break. Live Aveda, Angie's Artesian Treats, The Design Element, Hy-Vee of Mankato, Berry Blends, and Navatar. So thank you very much for all of your sponsorship.
Just to add to your point about the referee not inserting himself, I got to give credit to the players too, because we know that there can be a lot of tension in East-West sporting events, and the players on both sides here have played very clean. I have not seen any anger or pushing. I have not seen any grabbing. It's been just a great, clean game by both sides, and I think that's helped the official call a game where he doesn't have to step in.
Number 7. Kaylin Wacker, number 14 for the Scarlets, Allie Rutz.
Here in Mankato, we have 3 really good girls soccer teams. We have Mankato West, who's leading the Big 9, Mankato East, with just a couple losses in second place in the Big 9 as far as I can tell. And I think Mankato Loyola has only lost 2 games too.
Yeah, they're leading their conference. I forget what the name of that conference is, but Jenna Helgett has, I think, 14 or 15 goals, Randy.
Yeah, Jenna Helgett, I think, is the 7th leading scorer in the state of Minnesota. So she's up there and doing a great job for Mankato Loyola. And, it'd be interesting to see the summer games when these 3 schools combine and play Mankato United, because these are 3 pretty good soccer teams, and they're definitely have some success in the summer.
Oh, Shizzle uses her body really well against Beisman right there. There's some great competition going on right there, and some definite win to tackle the ball.
Yeah, that was quite a battle there between Natalie Shizzle and McKenna Beisman, and McKenna Beisman went to speak to the ref about something. I think she claimed her shorts were pulled or something, but I didn't see it, and it was right in front of us.
So Kenna Bison makes a big cross along, and Morgan comes out of the net and actually pushes the ball away from Kristen Rasmussen. The referee is going to call offsides on that play, and so it will be Cougars' kick.
Another nice kick by McKenna Beisman. She got a good float on that one, and it crossed over. It was really close. Fortunately for East, their goalie did such a good job. Morgan Wolf came out and punched it.
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup right now. It almost looks like AK has moved Shizzle to be on Kenna Beisman over here on the right-hand side of the field.
Yeah, I think Natalie Shizzle is now marking McKenna Beisman. slow her down. McKenna Beisman has had a pretty good game here today and has been very dangerous. So I think that's a smart move by Coach AK.
Yep, so here we have the cross in the middle, and one thing that I notice down on this side is the defense needs to stay a little tighter. So we still had a defender on the outside staying wide when you could clearly see that the pass was going to come inside. They need to have a little more talk back there, and that's probably where E.J. Holt, having her out on injury, makes a big difference.
Yeah, you don't want to lose one of your center middle defenders.
Especially
like
a
E.J.
captain.
Holt and a captain, because, as you know, they're probably making all the calls. They're probably instructing the other defenders to move forward and back. They're calling out who's marking who. And frequently when that player is out, the other players aren't used to that role of making those calls and don't do it. And so I'm not hearing a lot of calls from the Mankato East defenders, and it's probably because their captain's missing.
Yeah, it does make a big difference, and not to certainly not give any credit for the fantastic play that the Scarlet attackers have made today, but just to certainly point out that it does make a big difference when your center back is out.
Yeah, you got to give credit to the Scarlets. Their attack is strong. They stay wide. They cross the ball. They're fast. They have scores. It's a pretty vaunting attack that they present to you, and I think they're going to have a pretty good season here with the attacking that they've got going on. If West has a weakness, I would probably have to say maybe in the middle. Their defense seems strong. The front seems strong. It's hard. I haven't seen much action in the middle. It's been on one end or the other, so I can't tell. But if I had to guess, I might say maybe in the center of the field might be a place to attack West.
The referee's bringing the two coaches together for some level of a conversation. He's pointing up to his eyes, and I don't know if it is something that he needs to be attended to. I don't know if he's having something in his eyes or something is happening over there, but I believe that the referee is having some issues, and perhaps he's going to have to switch with his AR.
I don't know if he's having a heat issue or a contacts issue. He's pointing to his eyes.
Yeah, he keeps pointing to his eyes, and he is grabbing the AR flag, so he may go from the head referee to be the assistant referee on this side and do an exchange. I don't know if I've seen that before.
He's having a heat-related issue. He just poured water on his head. I think there's a lot of running going on back and forth here, and I think maybe he's having some dizziness, or that's my guess. I don't know. But he poured water on his head, and I think it's pretty hot out here. I would guess it's a heat-related issue.
So we do have a great upcoming event. I believe at 3:30 we have the boys game going on. And the boys varsity, Mankato East, will be playing Mankato West, and it will be a great matchup. So we hope that everybody kind of sticks around for that, because it certainly will be another great event.
Well, this is Randy, your sideline reporter. I dropped the mic, ran up the sideline, and talked to MSU Athletic Director Kevin Beisman, and he confirmed it was some kind of heat-related issue for the referee.
They do have a few other referees on call, if you will. I did see Jerry on the sideline. Hopefully it said he wouldn't have to referee, but he was dressed to go. So if anything happens, I think they have some other referees getting prepared to maybe jump in for him, which is great. That's a teamwork for the refs. All right, it'll be Mankato East throw-in.
Brandy Drum doing a great job on defense on McKenna Beisman. McKenna was trying to make a few moves around her and could not get around Brandy Drum that time. So East got a throw-in due to Brandy's hard work. And now Brandy, it's a West throw-in.
Allie Rutz is going to take the throw here, and she's looking around to see who's open. I see a bunch of players kind of moving. Kendra Cruz with the ball. She's looking to take on the fender, passes it back to number 21, Malia Newman.
Taylor Soma cleared that, and now East is on the march heading upfield.
There's Taylor Soma passing the ball upward, trying to find Jenny Vetter to see if we get a scoring opportunity, but West gets the ball back. Vetter again with the ball. She has some teammates with her making some runs. She's going to try to put on her speed.
Boy, did you see that? As Jenny Vetter came down the field, 3 West players being alarmed that Jenny was on the march coming through their defense. There were 3 West players running right toward her. So there were basically 3 West defenders marking her on that play.
So 11 minutes left in the game, and you can tell that the heat is getting to these folks. But I still see some nice runs. I see some players working, and I know everybody's really trying to fight their hardest to play their very best today during this Pack the Stands game. Yeah, Shelby Lund was left fairly open on that. I'd probably mark her a little bit tighter on the inside. It seems like the outside defender also is kind of afraid to come over. So
I'm really impressed with West's speed on the offensive end. They have a lot of speed, and it's not just speed; it's talent with speed. And boy, that's a tough combination to defend. And any team that plays West is going to have their hands full on the defensive end, and East has had their hands full, despite the fact that they have good defenders.
Yeah, the team that has the best speed and matches it with efficiency typically is the victor in the end, and West has done a nice job of that. We still have 10 minutes left to go, and hopefully East will try to get another goal or 2 in, but right now it still seems to be West's game.
So it's going to be an East free kick. Broswell there was defending and really booted it and hit McKenna Beisman right in the stomach, right in front of me. That had to hurt. But I think somehow at least Broswell hurt her shoulder on that play. She's holding her shoulder. McKenna Beisman had to have the wind knocked out of her on that play.
Danica Stenzel really does have a nice kick. She gets behind the ball, gets underneath it, and really puts a nice loft on it. If East could really just win that in the air and work on that first touch, they'd be a little bit more successful today.
Number 12, Walt, and number 13, Rasmussen.
So West there is relatively unchallenged there in the middle, but Christina Volk actually, did put some pressure on, came on kind of out of nowhere and took the ball. That was nice. Nice to see Christina Volk get some action in. She's a freshman, and this is her first year being on varsity.
I think they took McKenna Beisman out of the game. Like I said, she got hit pretty hard in the stomach there. She's left the game. Maybe she was just subbed, but I have a feeling she lost her wind there.
Sure. I see that Natalie Shizzle is no longer playing on defense, and Coach Osmond has brought her back up into probably an outside midfielder position, maybe trying to see if she can work with Vetter to try to get some offense going.
Well, Natalie's a goal scorer. She's got 8 goals this year, and she's got some speed and size, and they need a goal right now. And with McKenna Beisman out of the game, I would definitely think that would be a good strategy to have Natalie Shizzle be up on the offensive end.
So Jade Whelan puts it up inside, and it looked like Ella Gavin tried to get that ball, but it was taken away by number 5 for the Scarlets, Gabrielle Boyer.
Here comes Jenny Vetter again, and you can see the West defenders just surround her as she came in, and she was hit by 2 defenders there. She tried to get a shot off or a pass, and couldn't get much on it with those 2 defenders right on her.
Right, so we have a goal kick for the Scarlets, and looks like their team's kind of trying to move around to get open. There's not as much movement in this time than earlier in the game, and I think some of that has to do with fitness level.
Well, with all this rain and this humidity, it's a different animal that the players and the referees are dealing with here today. It's hot, it's humid, and it's unusual for this time of year. So I think the players are getting tired, and obviously we had a referee who got worn out in this heat.
Yeah, Shelby worked really hard of Jade Whelan there, and she crosses the ball in front, and a really, really nice header by Rasmussen. It goes off to the far right side, and a good defense by Mankato East.
That was a tough header. That was a great cross and a tough header by Rasmussen to get, and she did the right thing. She headed it to the right. Boy, that was a really great header, and just missed.
Yeah, she kind of went the totally opposite direction and headed it downward, which is exactly the technical way to do it.
Yeah, that was impressive. That was and I think a lot of times you'll see there's not a lot of players who are willing to really head the ball from that distance hard.
Yeah,
and
Morgan comes out and gets the ball. You know, I will say that Kristen Rasmussen, that freshman, is really having a nice game today.
She's solid and she's strong and she's a smart player, and just the way she headed that ball tells you that she has played a lot of soccer.
So that was a nice save by the goalie, and now Mankato East is trying to get something going.
It's got to be frustrating for the East goalie, who's got 6 shutouts this year. She has 6, right?
I believe it's 5. I think I thought it was 6 originally, but when I re-looked at it, Randy, I think it's 5.
Yeah, 5 shutouts, and it's just it's been a tough day for her. She hasn't really made any errors, but West has had some great opportunities that no goalie could have stopped.
Yeah.
So it's tough to be a goalie out there when you've had 4 goals scored on you. And really, she's done nothing wrong. Just the shots were that good.
A lot of communication on the West as far as where the ball wants to go. The number 17, Dana Boakes, really wanted to put it up, and Kristen Rasmussen said, no, put it back. And I like that kind of play, kind of 1 step forward, 2 steps back, really building it from the back. There she is with a nice left foot over the goal and out of bounds off the end line, and another goal kick for Mankato East.
Yeah, and number 12, Hope Walls, she did a good job. She's playing in the center middle. She's doing a good job of bringing the ball through the middle and getting it off to the right and left, and helping West advance the ball toward the East goal.
So Danica Stenzel again ready to get her foot underneath that ball and hopefully find a Mankato East player. I'd like to see a little bit more movement. A lot of people kind of standing around. There we go. We have Ella Gavin after the ball. That was a nice attack by Ella. You know, she kind of waited for the ball to come and then moved to it. I always say, you know, first to the ball and win it in the air. And she definitely got first to that ball.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing some gassed players here that look tired. And also, I think a little bit of the writing on the wall with 4 minutes to go, where players kind of lose their motivation a bit. So there's a little bit of standing around. There's not a lot of sideways movement. It's all horizontal.
So West brings it down to the corner.
All vertical, I should have said.
Yeah, where she's bringing it down to the corner and tried to get into position across the ball, but great defense by the Cougars, and the ball goes out the end line. Another goal kick.
Jenny Vetter. Number 2, Alyssa Smith.
Nice to see Jenny Vetter back in the game. You know, coach kept her out for a bit. There's, you know, only 4 minutes left, and hopefully maybe they can just get one for posterity's sake and just, you know, get a little energy back in the team.
Yeah, I'd like to see us get a goal here and kind of amp up the energy a bit. They're a good team. They're solid. But they just ran into a buzzsaw here with West.
Taylor Soma from East putting pressure on, but she loses the ball over to West. Allie Rutz again passes it up, trying to find Kristen Rasmussen. Kristen's trying to look. There's a lot of communication going through. Hope Wall's screaming for the ball in the middle. She was wide open, but there are some other opportunities. She tried to look it up to Lund. Now they're moving forward, and Dana Boakes again has
Wall's
the ball.
coming through. Wall's got to take a shot here. Nope.
Oh, she passes it off to Lund. She is offsides.
Offsides though. Too
and
bad.
she was offsides. I'm guessing that Hope probably should have shot that ball.
Yeah, she had a shot. Again, made the unselfish play, the nice pass. She probably should have shot that ball, but she's playing center mid, so you know that means you're a distributor, right?
That's
you're not
right.
A
that's right.
And your first thought is pass.
I was a center striker playing, but I always like to encourage the players to who gives the best assists rather than the scorers, because the scorers have a tendency to get all the glory when in fact you need those awesome defenders and midfielders to get those attackers the ball. And I always appreciated my middies giving me the ball, and probably more so in coaching than I did as a player.
I agree. I think center mid's the hardest position to play because you have to run more than anyone else. And when you get the ball, there's folks all around you every time. Frequently, you can't see them. And then you've got to get it up to the scorers, or the scorers just stand there and never score. So center mid's a tough position to play. And the forwards, they don't score unless the center mids can distribute the ball to them.
Right, so East has the ball here, and they're trying to get something going, working it down the sideline. They play the ball deep, and I believe there it goes. It pops out. Volk looking for the ball. It goes to the west. There's Hope Walls again with the ball, working in the midfield. A real nice tackle by, I believe that's Shizzle again. Passing it out wide to number 8, Taylor Soma. Soma also a freshman today, and nice to see some of that youth coming up and playing at the varsity level. The ball crosses in the middle to Ella Gavin. She's after it, but the center back, Elsie, who's super strong back there, just took it away.
Yeah, I can't see what's happening now. We're kind of behind the bench a bit.
Yeah.
It looks like a throw-in for West. 1 minute to go.
Yeah. You know, we haven't talked a lot about the West defense, but Elsie Callway there did a really nice job of just tackling that ball. She didn't wait and put her foot out. She went right through the ball, stole the ball from the Mankato East forward, and prevented any kind of further attack. And that's just some solid defense.
Yeah, as an announcer, I feel bad we haven't talked about the Mankato West defenders, but the fact is the Mankato West offense has held the ball on the east end for a large part of the game, so they haven't had a lot of opportunities to get in the action.
And that was a nice shot by Taylor Soma. She went to the across the goal belly and off to the left-hand side of the post. Unfortunately, 4 or 5 feet off, but another good try and a nice slow shot.
I don't know if you saw this down here, but Kristen Rasmussen, that 9th grader for West, she had a nice right foot too, so she's got a good right and left. I didn't know. Pretty impressive 9th grader right there.
All right, well, to sum it up here, the Cougars fell to the home team, Mankato West, with goals in the first half coming from Shelby Lunn, McKenna Beisman, assisted by Frederick and Gustafson. In the second half, we had Shelby Lunn get another goal, as well as I believe that last one was McKenna Beisman.
And for East...
Actually, no, it was Lucky.
It was Rachel Lucky.
Yeah, Rachel Lucky got that 4th goal.
Yeah.
And then on the Mankato East side, it was a penalty kick in the second half taken by Jenny Vetter, and she scored with a final score 4-1.
Yes, it was an impressive performance by the West offense, and East played well, but not well enough to stop that attack. It was a good game, though.
Yep, so now we have the boys teams coming on the field, and they're going to be doing their warming-up, and hopefully we can see another exciting game here at the Caswell North pitch.
Yeah, this Mankato West boys game and East game is going to be a fun one. Of course, we have the state's leading scorer coming on to play for West, Jake Makala, and a very solid East team. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So we appreciate everybody listening in today, and please stay tuned for our next match. We thank you from Michelle Knutson and Randy Knutson signing out. Have a great afternoon.